You get up $2.5 million. Any asshole in the world knows what to do. You get a house with a 25-year roof, an indestructible Jap economy shitbox. You put the rest into the system at 3 to 5% to pay your taxes, and that's your base. Get me? That's your fortress of fucking solitude. That puts you for the rest of your life at a level of fuck you. Somebody wants you to do something? Fuck you. Boss pisses you off? Fuck you. Own your house. Have a couple bucks in the bank. Don't drink. That's all I have to say to anybody at any social level.
This one scene made me rethink everything I know about money. It's not about Lamborghinis, it's not about mansions, and it's definitely not about status. It's about one number, your fuck you number. And until you know what your fuck you number is, you're not really chasing wealth. You're just spinning your wheels. When I was younger, I thought being wealthy meant you had it all. The cars, the mansions, the vacations, the yachts, the flex. But I realized I didn't have a strategy, I just had a fantasy. I knew I wanted to be rich, but I didn't have any idea what that meant. And I feel like 90% of people are in the exact same position. Ask anyone if they want to get rich and every single person will say yes. But when you ask them how much money would it take for them to feel rich, they don't have any answer in their mind. They just freeze. They say 1 million, 10 million, a billion. No numbers, no strategy, just vibes. And you see, this is why no one usually gets there. You see, when I finally saw this scene, something clicked in my mind and I finally understood the tangible nature of money and what I was truly chasing. When I saw this scene, it finally laid everything out so clearly. 3 brutal, practical truths about money that every single person needs to know. So let's break it down. Saying I want to be rich without having a goal in mind is like saying I want to win a race without knowing where the finish line is. You need a target, and that's your fuck you number. Once you reach that number, you finally have total financial control over yourself and your future. So how do you get your fuck you number? Okay, let's break it down. Here's how you calculate it. Figure out what your ideal lifestyle costs. Food, travel, kids, anything. Put it all together and figure out how much that costs per year. Once you have that number about how much 1 year costs, multiply that number by 25, and that's gonna be your FIRE number. It's financial independence, retire early. That's the amount of money you need to have invested in the market to withdraw 4% every single year in order to live, and then you can live the rest of your life without working and without ever having to worry. You have total financial control over your own life. So for a very easy example, if you think you can live off $100,000 a year, multiply that number by 25, you get $2.5 million. That's the amount of money that you need to have invested into the market in order to live the rest of your life without working and have total fuck you money. Lesson number 1, know your number or you'll never hit it. Lesson number 2, wealth buys freedom, not stuff. We've been sold this idea that wealth only buys material things, but the real thing that wealth buys is control. Once you hit your number, you don't have to ask permission for anything ever again. You want to travel for 6 months? Do it. You want to quit your job? Do it. You want to start a new company and you don't know if it's going to work or not? Go for it. You have total control over your future. Real wealth isn't about flexing, it's about having options. You buy back your time. You have the opportunity to say fuck you to any situation or any person that doesn't align with how you want to live your life. Lesson number 3, after you get fuck you money, that's where the real wealth building game begins. Here's where things really take off. Once you have fuck you money, once you have that fortress of solitude, that base from which to venture out from, you can do almost anything, and that's how you make real money. See, the financial game is all about risk assessment. All of the financial sector as a whole is basically one risk assessing machine. But most people never make real wealth because they're not able to properly use risk in their own life. Because that risk is real. Most people can't leave their 9-to-5 job or sell all their things and go all in on a new business. It's just not realistic. But once you have this security, this fortress of solitude, this fuck you money, you can finally start taking the risks that can 10x, 100x, 1000x your wealth. You can finally invest in that startup. You can finally start that business you've always wanted. You can finally invest in that speculative asset that everybody says is a bad idea. And you can come from a place of fuck you, a place of complete security that you know you'll always be safe. And that's where you start making real generational wealth. So here's the formula for success and what you should take away from this. Define your number, have it be exact, then diligently work towards that goal. Have that goal be your North Star that all of your financial decisions are building towards. Every financial decision should be building towards this one number. And then once you hit it, you can really start playing with really high stakes and making true generational wealth. This is what the real wealth game is about. It's not hype, it's not status, it's about real, tangible wealth building. Know your number, build your base, play to win. So I'll ask you again, what's your number? Is it $1 million? Is it 10 million? Is it $1 billion? Hey, maybe your lifestyle is more expensive than mine. Maybe you want a new yacht for every single day of the week. But even if it's just a guess, drop it in the comments below, and I'll see you next time.